strength is not a provocation. This administration has been a step behind every step of the way, if you will, never quite doing things soon enough. The Ukrainians need airplanes, and they need equipment to fight with of all kinds, much of it located throughout the Eastern Bloc countries of NATO. They need this assistance, and they need it right now.
We must move faster. If we don't, we will see additional lives lost every minute and every hour that this conflict goes on. Not seen those intelligence estimates, so I do.
Enough talk. People are dying. Send them the planes that they need. They say they need MiGs. People say, well, maybe that's not the ideal weapon for them. That's what they say they want. They're there. They have the eyes to determine what they want. They want MiGs. Get them the MiGs.
Intelligence said at the hearing that Senator Collins referenced that
President Putin has actually said that things we're doing are provocative. He's already said that the sanctions we put in place are like declaring war. He's going to continue saying that, and we're fearful of provoking him. It's time for him to be fearful of us instead of the other way around. And we have to do everything in our power to provide the capability of the Ukrainian people to defend themselves. And that is something which we must do. The president must take this action because lives are at stake.
Here's what I think happened. I think the Russians threatened the Poles, and the Poles were looking for America to have our back, and we folded like a cheap suit. The Russians have backed the administration down. When the Poles wanted our help in the transfer to have their back and did something pretty clever, well, why don't you help us transfer? All of a sudden, this went to World War III. All of a sudden, these jets that were going to be given by the Poles to defend Ukraine were now the tool for the Ukrainians to invade Russia. A squadron of MiG-29s. This stinks. This is dishonorable, and we need to change course. And Tom Cotton's here.
Yes.
Because if we continue to blink every time Vladimir Putin says boo, it's not going to stop in Ukraine, it's not going to stop in Europe. We might as well call the commanding general at Fort Lewis outside Seattle and tell him to go take down the flag and surrender our position, because we will never stand up to Russia if every time Vladimir Putin says boo, we back down.